Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies to same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
The days are getting shorter, and you can feel it in the air. Yes, it's that time of year. Pumpkin is finally back at Dunkin'. It's the cozy you've been craving all summer long, now in your cup at Dunkin'. Pick up all of your pumpkin favorites, like the signature pumpkin spice iced latte, or a pumpkin iced coffee, and bakery items like pumpkin donuts and muffins. Sip into something comfortable to celebrate the start of cozy season. Use the Dunkin' app for contactless ordering. America runs on Dunkin'.
With the new iPhone SE for less than $100 at Metro, you rule. It's the most affordable iPhone on the #1 brand in prepaid. So whether you're studying online or FaceTiming.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, dear. The iPhone SE has all you need. Switch to Metro and get the iPhone SE for $99.99 after rebate redemption and 6 months of service with AutoPay. Metro by T-Mobile. Rule your day. Limit 1 per account/household. Requires port and ID validation. Not valid for numbers currently on the T-Mobile network or active on Metro in past 90 days. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
You're ruling the way that I move, and I breathe your air. You only can rescue me. This is my prayer. Cherish the... if you were mine. If you were mine, I wouldn't want to go to heaven. Cherish the day. I won't go astray. I won't be afraid. You won't catch me running. You're ruling the way that I move. You take my air. You show me how deep love can be. Hey everybody, welcome back to the blackest episode and show about nothing. It is Jade and XD.
Wow.
I am your host, Xavier Lolo. And I'm also with your other host,
that nigga,
Jade of all Jades. Who got the light? Count it all joy. Oh. You got the right to be mad. And you so you gotta let it go. I ran into this dirty bitch. Always complaining.
Man, I know her weave stinks, and I know it really makes me mad.
I got a lot to be mad about. How was your week, Jade of all Jades?
My week was good. I just got back from LA.
Oh, I totally forgot you went to LA. How was that?
I actually totally forgot I went to LA.
Yeah.
Kia's Team Type and Fast brunch was beautiful. The decor was lovely. The women were spiritually and emotionally fed by the beautiful panelists, Sarah
My
Jakes
queen,
Roberts.
Sarah Jakes Roberts.
Oh, Dr. Anita and Kia herself, Dr. Kia. It was absolutely an amazing time listening to them. And I can't wait for her next one. So, yeah, I can't wait for the next one. And then...
They're really fun. And just because you think you're a man, you know, if you are identifying... Let me put it this way. It is for all women. Let's say that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
It's definitely for women. It is a women's team type and fast brunch to empower women, black women, in different spaces, not necessarily just for academics, but for anybody who's trying to do work. So I highly encourage you attend the next one when the city is announced. Because it's gonna be a good time, and I can't wait to be there again. You know, it was also heavy being there. I'm not gonna lie, my spirit was still heavy. My spirit is still heavy. I was saying earlier online that this is the first day where I haven't felt like overwhelming sadness, and then as soon as I put that, I felt it again.
Sorry, I was like, "Girl, what happened?" I was like, "Oh, right,
yeah."
got it.
I've been really like, it's really been sitting real heavy on my spirit, and I know it's sitting on a lot of people's spirits, and I'm constantly keeping his loved ones and his family and his children and his parents and his sister and his brother and his friends in my prayers, just because it's a tremendous loss. But it was a little heavy being in the city. I did go to the Marathon store. I knew it would be closed, but I wanted to go kind of pay my respects. So, you know, I brought some candles and something rolled that I was going to leave for him, but the police were everywhere, so I didn't get a chance to...
Yeah.
What you doing over there?
No, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what is wrong with these bubbles in my screen?
Oh, mine is trash. I also got my Final Call newspaper. I definitely did.
First of all, why the fuck is that $4?
$4. I got it for free. They were giving them out for free.
At his thing?
They were giving it out on the streets outside the store. Mm-hmm.
What? No comment. But what I will say...
I wanted it because it was Nipsey, not for any other reason. Because, you know... Yes. But
no, they're $4 in Harlem.
Oh, yeah, no. But
also...
You know, they were probably trying to do for the community, like the way Nipsey did for the community. So, I definitely encourage you all to, if you're not a Nipsey fan, I know you've heard a bunch of stuff by now, but I strongly encourage people to really just look into what he was doing, because it was amazing, and it was new levels for you know, people of color, and that's why he's so well respected and so greatly mourned right now. So, I definitely, as we're recording this, the funeral has not happened yet, but it will tomorrow. And so, I feel like it's going to be, they have a 25-mile funeral procession. His mother's been speaking, she's spoken out, and she's just been really encouraging, actually. Like, for that to be his mother and to have suffered this loss, she's actually really encouraging other people with her words and her spirit. So I continue to keep them in my prayers, and, you know, they're constantly on my mind and in my thoughts. And yeah, so that's pretty much been my week. Noah had her first performance. Mm-hmm. Her first thespian and Broadway performance as a newsie.
Yes, she did. She did.
You were there.
I was. That she's my XT's quarter this week, actually.
Okay, well, why don't you go ahead and tell us about your week? No, that's it. That was it for my week. I'm gonna let you get into it.
Okay, so my week, it is kind of heavy. I got some bad news that a family friend has pancreatic cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. My mother just called me today while I was here. So that's kind of rough.
Yeah.
Like, I knew my mother also had, like, a health scare, but she's okay now.
Oh, I'm glad she's all right.
Yeah. But other than that, my week, you know, work is cool. Somebody hired me in media so I can quit my job and tell them to kiss my ass.
Same.
XD's Corner. Shut up!
Right.
So listen, I went to Noah's performance. She gave a stellar performance as a newsie.
Did.
Basically, it was a kids' production. It was a whole school. The drama department put on an amazing show. Shout out to the parents and volunteers and teachers and staff who made it all possible. Mm-hmm. And this is where XD's Corner comes in. Teachers need to make like $1 million.
Woo, child, listen.
Because let me tell you something. I can't even imagine wrangling. There had to be like 30 kids on stage, or 20 to 30 kids having to memorize lines, choreography, staging, while they're all like hyped up on sugar and well, I don't know, y'all go to a Brooklyn school, so they probably eat kale, but that's not the point. The point is, teachers are grossly and disgustingly underpaid. And I always knew that, even when I was a teacher's aide, but like, I guess I've been so removed from school stuff. When I was watching the whole time, I'm like, I don't know how they do it. Mm-hmm. There's not enough weed in the world to get me through.
No,
30 children trying to execute a performance and getting them to understand the concepts of everything that has to go with theater. I would have lost my fucking mind.
The blessing. Let me tell you something. When I taught them muffins and I had the body slam Chucky, like
yeah, I don't know how y'all do it. And then like I was sitting there and I was like, yo, being a parent is like
involved.
Yeah, and I hate that shit. Like, what, like, I have to, like, stand for my kid. And, like, you look like an asshole if you don't.
Of course.
Even though, like, Noah didn't suck, obviously. But, like, what if, like, there was a kid who just sucked and, like, you have to love them unconditionally.
Yeah.
Even if they suck. And that fucks with my spirit because I'm like, I don't want to love a kid who sucks.
Well, some people are just not meant to have children.
That's what I'm saying. So, like... But like this whole time I'm sitting this whole thing, I'm like, this is amazing. I'm entertained. The kids are amazing. The staff, God bless them, the parents. This is so amazing.
XD
the whole time
was entertained. Let me just tell you.
I had a wang dang doodle.
He was yelling out.
Commentary. Shout out to Crutchy. My man was doing moves while fake crippled. I was.
Definitely C-Walk.
Yeah, he did, actually.
Mm-hmm, he did.
In Jordan's, actually.
Newsy production.
Yeah, Newsy production. Noah's doing the Fortnite dances in the corner.
Yeah, Noah was. What's that thing called?
Yeah, that shit from Fortnite. I don't know.
No, Fortnite stole that. But
for the flossy. Well, they all got that from them white kids that was doing that
is that a white kid dance? Damn.
Yeah, but either way,
well,
it's from the internet.
I call it Jay Versace.
Yeah, either way, Noah was fucking it up in the corner.
She was. We looked
and then had the nerve to be tired and rest her head on stage right.
She was like, whew.
Yeah.
And lean.
Yeah, and lean. And stayed there for a minute. Was like, woo.
Then she went to the wrong side at one point and then ran back across the stage when there was already a scene going.
Yeah, she was so hyped that people were on stage, like in the audience, to see her. She was not interested in the performance. She was like, oh my God, hi.
But she did her choreo.
She did. She made sure of that. She didn't do anything else, but she made
hold
sure.
On, I got work to do.
Yes.
And then she was done.
Yeah, she did. The other little boy who was dancing, he was a riot. Like, I had a wang
my God,
doodle.
that kid was too turned.
Yes, he was lit.
He was
okay,
turned.
He was so crunk for Jesus to be on that stage. And the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, how did these teachers and staff handle that? Like, okay,
Hopefully
Connor. Like, I don't know. Like,
rose water.
Exactly. Like,
pay attention.
But this also grabs into my larger thing because there's two XD's corners.
Okay.
Because it's had a lot to do with the type of environment that we were in. Mm-hmm. So earlier that day, I read an article. One of you lovely listeners tagged us in that there has been a measles outbreak.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, yes. There has been a measles outbreak
I'm instantly stressed.
Brooklyn.
Oh, God.
However, it was in Williamsburg. There's 300 cases. 300 cases of measles in Williamsburg.
What the fuck?
And the whole time I'm thinking, I can't go to Trader Joe's anymore.
No more Apple Store.
No more Apple Store. No more Whole Foods. Consider Trader Joe's out of here.
Well, I go to Trader Joe's in Long Island or
I get
Queens.
it, but yeah. But I'm like, well, I can't do that shit anymore. I can't go to fucking Criff Dog and shit like I used to. I can't.
Oh, damn. I can't go. Oh.
Why? Because
no more meatball shop.
Children named Vladimir and Owl are out here in feudalist ass diseases.
Young Stereo.
Yes.
They were like, oh, we just gonna bring back 1807.
Yes. Little Sophie Kaylee, Jay Lee, Haley, Maylee, Vladimir Owl, Scout,
Trader
Sport.
and Joe.
I cannot support. And then I'm just thinking, like, as a parent in the school, how do you combat like anti-vaxxers? Like, oh, I don't do that with my children. Like, no, bitch. Do it.
Homeschool.
Yes.
Homeschool.
Keep your contagion ass children away.
Let me tell you something. I'm Jack Nicholson and as good as it gets. Your girl don't play with none of that. I don't play with none of that. And if you bring your children to school, they are not vaccinated, which, like, I have my conspiracies and my beliefs about vaccinations, okay? Let's be very clear.
Don't know why.
But I do it because I know that it's necessary. I don't trust the government because I feel like they be putting shit in niggas' syringes. And I just don't, especially when they know that it's a highly populated minority area. But anyway.
See, I don't believe that about injections, but I do believe that about water.
Water and also the flu shot. But yeah. I do get my child vaccinated, and I was vaccinated. And
because it's not fair to them.
It's not fair. Like, if you want to raise your child in the bus, cool. You know what I'm saying? But homeschool that little nigga over there so he's not bringing smallpox and things like that, you know, into 2019.
Right. Cholera, the remix.
Like, ring around the rosy,
right.
Pocket full of posies, my nigga. No, we don't want none of that.
And then they try to cure their children's illness with, like, oatmeal.
Let me tell you something. Did you read about those parents? And it was really sad. Who gave their child
juices
frozen berries and water and the child had meningitis.
Right. The
like, bitch, sometimes you got to go to the doctor.
Yes, the mengies will kill you. Literally.
I know. Well, I remember one time I was sick and I had a couple of the symptoms and I complained about a stiff neck and my mother was like, emergency room immediately. Like, she was not playing none of them games.
Absolutely not. But anywho, that's it. And I was like, ooh, kids are a lot and teachers need to make, like,
teachers
starting
$100,000,
no less.
Teachers should have
unlimited vacation.
Well, then they would never be at school.
Well, see, but I've also learned that if you give people the option for unlimited, they don't take it.
They have more restraint.
Exactly.
Because a lot of companies are doing unlimited PTO now. Yeah. Never for a nigga like me.
Don't do it to me, girl.
Never for a nigga like me. But
I will never. You don't go to work now.
This is what I'm saying. Like, it's unlimited PTO right now.
Jade is like a character from Friends. It'd be 11 o'clock. Girl, what you doing? Girl, I'm at the coffee shop. Getting a bagel. What you doing? Nothing. Like, girl, it's 11 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Like, I just dropped Noah off.
Yeah, I just dropped Noah off.
I'm about to go get some breakfast tacos.
Yeah, I wish.
Wake and bake.
Must be nice.
But, yeah, keep young sheep at the crib if you're not gonna get them vaccinated because we don't need all of that stuff floating around.
So I watched I'm Sorry. All 9 episodes.
Oh yeah, and
greatest show ever.
I told you it's hilarious.
There's only issues that I have with this show, and that's just from a comedy writing standpoint. Like they could cut the jokes like some of them go too long.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, you could have just truncated this. But I also realized why it's like that, because it's supposed to be realistic.
Right.
And I feel like if they had these conversations in real life, the jokes would go longer than they need to.
And she created the show.
Mm-hmm. I've never heard of her,
me neither.
Andrea Wallace. And like I see that she's a famous comedy writer because they have Paul Shearer and that other guy who's
Will
her best
Ferrell.
friend. Will Ferrell is the producer, executive producer.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's like respected comedy writer.
Right.
Like that's her thing.
Which she's funny.
Oh no, she's funny.
Now,
the racist episode.
Oh my God.
Hilarious.
Oh my God, I told you.
Hilarious.
But they thought the daughter did blackface.
Yeah.
She's like, I just don't like the color of her skin.
Yeah.
And it was like, what?
She doesn't like her because she didn't like her dog or something. Because she didn't
like, it was something. And
petty.
then at the end, she was like, I like the color of her skin. She was like, we're sisters.
Yeah. I love the fact. I need to know if it's back on the air. I need to go on True TV and see.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, because that aired in 2017.
Oh, they need to come out with some new episodes.
Yeah, I hope it got picked up because now I'm invested. We're like very much like, oh yeah, well let's watch. Like,
I was a little conflicted initially.
I watched it out of.
Oh.
What happened?
She was in Veep. I didn't know that.
She was in Veep.
I didn't watch
Damn
Veep.
it! Yeah, oh, this is the final season. It's great.
It's good?
Oh yeah, it's
That's
Julia
with,
Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah, I love her.
Everything she does is amazing.
She's one of the
queen of television.
Yeah,
honestly,
I was gonna.
I wonder if her cancer is in remission.
Just cancer?
Mm-hmm. That's why there was an extended break between the seasons of Veep because she was treating, and so that's why this is also the last season.
Oh, Elena! Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I know.
Okay, well, I hope that that's under control.
Me too.
Okay.
I know.
Well, no, I'm Sorry is hilarious, and I felt so. It's very white. It's very white. You know what I'm saying? It's like one black character on there, and
he's not that black, but
I'm
okay with that.
You know who he is, though. He did the voice of Uncle Ruckus.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, he did the voice of Uncle Ruckus. He's actually he's been in a lot of things, but
okay, more importantly, while we're here, so the case of Adnan Syed, right?
Oh my God, nigga. Okay, so I watched like the first like 3.5
Oh, nigga, because you see what I told you.
I got opinions.
Let's hear them.
Jay did it.
Yeah.
But like Jay did it. Jay did it.
I'm going to throw you in for a loop, though.
Okay.
What if I told you the brother did it?
What brother?
Her brother. Oh. Fucked your whole world up, didn't it?
And the only reason I'm going to say that makes sense, let me tap into conspiracy, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Because... So she came from, her family was like, they were very like stringent, rigid family.
Rigid Korean family.
But the brother his demeanor?
Crazy like cat shit.
Mm-hmm, it wasn't quite right.
This is real like John Bonet to me. Because the brother killed John Bonet. But no one wants to admit that. But yeah.
But did the brother have resources to a car and whatnot to bring her?
Maybe. I don't know.
Then did they ever find her DNA in the trunk of the car? It was her own car, though.
It was her own car.
That's right. You're right.
But you realize they didn't find no but. Oh, you haven't finished. I'm gonna tell you.
No. I basically.
Yeah. There's no DNA.
I know. No, I know that part.
And they lost the appeal.
They did. How? With all of these resurfaced things, like how? There is literally no DNA evidence tying him.
Now they have to take this to federal court.
Okay. Well, let me tell you who's going to make sure that gets done. Rabia. Rabia ain't playing no game.
Rabia and Jim, the other white man.
Oh, the white man. That white man came in and said, I don't care if I'm 85. I'm going to still be working on this case if it's
Jake
not solved.
Morgendorfer did that.
Did.
I was like, yes, Mr. Morgendorfer. Yeah.
Trent.
Yeah. God damn it. But yes, after watching it completely, I have two theories. Jay was just reconfirming me that I knew that he did it. I always had a thought that Adnan was involved. Like, I didn't think he was innocent, but I knew that he, based on the case, there's way too much reasonable doubt for him to have been in prison. Now, I don't think he had anything to do with it.
I'm trying to tell you, and this is what I was telling y'all. So for newer listeners, or listeners in the last couple of years, XD and I have been talking about Serial since 2014 when it came out. With that, this is how long we've been talking about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those who don't know, Serial is the entire reason that this Adnan Syed case and Hae-Min Lee case has any traction whatsoever, like got any airplay or anything, like even got anybody reopening anything, because Sarah actually broke it down even more than what the original investigation was. So now with this documentary, the XD that's on HBO, the 4-part series, the reason why it's so good is what XD said last week. They really, really get into even more detail than what you saw in Serial. And like Hayes' Diary, okay, it didn't really offer much to...
Okay.
I just don't... Just niggas really think that everybody wants to listen and everybody wants to be a part.
What happens when you live in Little Kingston?
I know, I do.
My block is surprisingly quiet.
Really?
Yeah.
Not mine. I live in St. Catherine.
Yeah.
But
it's quiet in St. Catherine, by the way.
Oh, well, then never mind. Then definitely Kingston. Then.
Yeah. Downtown at that.
Oh, no uptown over here.
No,
not stush.
No,
we're not stush.
Downtown Kingston, downtown.
But so Hayes' Diary, okay, yeah, like it was.
Yeah, the only thing that was interesting about Hayes' Diary to me was her relationship with Dawn. That's what I was most interested about, because I'm like, nah, that nigga was 22 and weird. I don't know why they just don't talk to him or whatever. Because a part of me feels like he did it too.
I thought about that.
It made sense.
But they didn't even investigate him.
No, they didn't.
When I tell you, they literally picked Adnan as a suspect and then went with it. And then, so the documentary shows you how crooked the Baltimore police system is. Like, it shows you how crooked it is. Because there's so many different discrepancies in the different evidence, quote unquote, that they used for the case.
It was clearly a discrimination case because, and remember, I've always had this question about the political climate and the racial tensions of people who identify as Middle Eastern or Muslim. And how I was confused. I was unaware of the racial tensions and stuff like that pre 9/11. So this documentary cleared up a lot of that stuff for me. So I guess after 2001, things were magnified, but it was essentially fucked up for those who identify as those groups. So I'm like, okay, now it makes sense why the white-ass cops would make up this case to put it on Adnan.
Yep, because he was a young Muslim boy. Which is interesting because Jay was a young black boy, but I think the willingness of Jay, like his stupidity and...
But you knew... I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know why, though?
Because he was selling weed. Well, no,
because, they would have never got a conviction. Because remember, they talk about that, about getting convictions, and that's like the goal. They would have never got a conviction for Jay because they remember Jay and Adnan and them lived in Baltimore City and not Baltimore County.
Right.
So all of Adnan's jurors were black.
Yeah.
So based on
because Jay is
based on race and stuff, they're never gonna convict a Negro.
Right. They're gonna get.
But they're gonna play off of this Islamophobia.
Yep.
And that's always been happening in
which was brought like the white attorney when she was like, what did she say about him being Muslim? Do you remember that?
Mm-mm. The one that reopened the case?
Maybe. I don't.
The white lady?
It might have been episode 2 or 3. But she mentioned something about Adnan being Muslim, and it's like, that don't have shit to do with shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that's like, they literally crafted the story and they knew they would get a conviction because of the political and racial climate at the time.
Jay did that shit.
Maybe the brother did it. But did you see the video of him crying in court when they gave him only probation after being accessory to a murder? I've never seen a white judge side with a black man in oversized dress clothes. Ever.
Oh, Jay was suit marked down to the socks. Like,
I was like, this is wild. I've never seen anything like that.
And then this nigga's rap sheet later on, and how he was
longer than Roots,
and it's not little things. It's not little things. This nigga assaulted a police officer. He assaulted a police officer. He punched his baby mother in the face in front of their kid while they were driving.
The girl who was in the
documentary. Bless her.
Yeah.
Bless her. And this nigga went to go live somewhere off in California and has dropped off the face of the earth, like off the grid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she had to call him, and like XD said, it would be entrapment if she put him on speaker or whatever. Mm-hmm. So she just talked to him through her earpiece and then like told them what the conversation was about. And she even said that he seemed kind of she was like, I haven't talked to him in years. She was like, but he seemed relieved to talk about it because
it's been eating up at him. Why? Because he did it. Because she was a nigga.
He did it. He did it.
Jay
did it. And then I was trying to think about motives, right?
Yeah.
Getting my black Sarah on.
Yeah.
La Sarah over here. Mm-hmm. So what I came up with from watching the documentary, this is why the documentary is good. You were right. Mm-hmm. It's necessary.
Simone Koenig. That's you.
Simone Koenig! Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So my reasoning on because Jay did it, this is why. They talked about Jay's girlfriend, Stephanie. And they talked about Adnan's relationship with Stephanie. And then they interviewed Adnan, obviously audio only. And Adnan spoke about his relationship with Stephanie and how they were very cool, but it was always teetering on that line of flirtation.
Yes, so how they went to prom together.
They went to prom. No, they were both king and queen.
Yes.
They didn't go together. He went with Hay. But they were king and queen. They danced together. I was cracking up that Hay was like, they were dancing to my song All My Life by Casey and JoJo. Yeah. I was like, yes, girl.
Yeah, same.
But
that was me back in 99.
Right?
That was the jam.
But they danced together. They were always teetering on the line of flirtation. He said she would like sit on his lap, little things like that. And I'm wondering and Jay was a weirdo. If they showed their football pictures and stuff, he was like the one nigga who would have on shades or like just real shady looking weird shit, right? I wouldn't be surprised. And then when you find out later on,
makes all the more sense why he lives in California.
And then why he ran off to California, and because it's so big. Yeah. But if you have a rap sheet later on, and a lot of it is like physical assault, and you don't give no fucks, and you just get slapped and the slaps on the wrist are because of his conspiracy, like him finagling and canoodling with Baltimore police. So they were always giving him slaps on the wrist because they knew that he took one for the team. Mm-hmm. But I say that he killed her because he was jealous of her relationship with Adnan. So he said, I'm going to get everybody back and I'm going to kill the girl that Adnan was in love with. Now, I don't know if that's a stretch Armstrong, but
it's not.
That would be my, because I was trying to think of a motive as to why he would want to kill her.
That nigga's violent just in general. I think that even the most petty thing would piss him off, and he would do something like that.
That's the logic that I came up with.
No, I agree 100%.
And you really think, and Adnan seemed like a smart dude, and like he had some common sense. You can tell, and I know there's pathological liars and like psychopaths and people who have the ability to like really lie with no issue. But something about Adnan's tone does not sound...
He gives you Monique. You know how Monique has never changed her story? Mm-hmm. That's Adnan.
That's Adnan.
Adnan's also fine now. But... yeah.
I was like, yes, wait.
Yeah, I was like,
it's like, yes, Joe, wait, that MSG really did right by you.
Yeah, did.
My coworker, I watched part of it at work, and my coworker was like, oh, he kind of fine.
Yeah. Prison did you all right.
He's doing all right by you. But his tone don't like...
His story has never changed.
Literally.
His tone has never changed. And that's why they hated him, because of the fact that he was unapologetic. But he's like, why am I apologetic for something I didn't do? Did you get to the part about his mother?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I'm so sad.
Oh.
And the way she... I mean... And the thing about it is, I was like, this lady has basically just spent the last 20 years, like, just trying to, be supportive of her son and like just kind of run her business, and she gets hit with leukemia.
Right.
And the way she was just so, she cried, but she was just, she had to comfort Rabia.
Yeah, I think her reaction was more because of Rabia's reaction, not because of hers. I think she's kind of just made peace about it, because I think that's the only way she can.
I love the respect that they have in their community too. I love how she calls her auntie. Rabia calls her auntie, and like, I just think it's beautiful. But
I love Rabia too. Like,
I do love Rabia. I love Adnan's mom.
Yeah,
and Adnan's brother.
Yeah,
and even his dad. I feel bad. Like his dad. I understand that he's depressed, and I know, and it's because his dad is actually torn between the shame that he feels for the community because of this, but also I think a part of his father knows that he's innocent, and so his father also, they said, did not want to show up to a lot of the trials and things like that, because he didn't want to be a bigger implication on Adnan, because he knows about the Islamophobia and that's in the city.
Like, it's just so fucked up. Period. And it's just like, I don't know why I'm so invested in the lives of these people, but
because the story is crazy. Like, the dude really didn't do it, son. Like, he really didn't. Like, he really didn't. Take my pinky toe if he did.
Yeah.
I really don't think he did, though.
Yeah, he didn't do it, y'all. Anyway, let's take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
With the new iPhone SE for less than $100 at Metro, you rule. It's the most affordable iPhone on the #1 brand in prepaid. So whether you're studying online or FaceTiming.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, dear. The iPhone SE has all you need. Switch to Metro and get the iPhone SE for $99.99 after rebate redemption and 6 months of service with AutoPay. Metro by T-Mobile. Rule your day. Limit 1 per account/household. Requires port and ID validation. Not valid for numbers currently on the T-Mobile network or active on Metro in past 90 days. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings. Eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
And we're back. You asked for it, so we brought it.
Y'all did, so don't complain.
Right. Next week we have something fun.
Yes, that you've been waiting for. Like, for real, for real.
Yes. But you also asked for this, so desserts.
Dessert!
The dessert episode, everybody.
The Gucci Mane did it. Why can't we?
Exactly. The food anthology.
Jaden XD's food anthology.
We should do like a Black Mirror kind of show, but like with food.
Oh, we got to figure out how to do that.
Like a bunch of chefs, and like that'd be actually really dope.
Let's talk.
Yeah. Hey, Netflix, if you're out there, or anybody who wants to hire us to do stuff so we can quit our jobs and follow our dreams. Because I'm being creatively stifled at work. And Di stabbed me in my eye with a needle. Dessert. This is going to be my favorite episode.
I'm actually really excited about this.
I have the ill sweet tooth.
Like Liz.
Like, oh my gosh, that is my problem now. I am gargantuan because a nigga is addicted to cookies, okay? Let's start with your favorite dessert growing up.
Growing up, my favorite dessert. Damn, I love dessert like a lot more than I realized I do. Yeah. All right, you know what? It was the good classic apple pie. Apple pie has literally always been one of my staples, go-tos, favorites. Like, love apple pie.
Have you ever had it with cheese?
I've tasted it, but like, I like mine with ice cream.
I thought it was the dumbest kind of hungry.
A cheddar can...
Yeah.
But no, I don't want that. I want me a piece of apple pie with a buttery, flaky, delicious crust. Yeah. I want delicious, spiced apples. I want them with Granny Smith, and make sure that you season them up right and put a little lemon in it as well. Vanilla, like I need to taste the flavors. And I just, nigga, and some brown sugar and some butter in that filling. But I think apple pie has always been my favorite. Yearn growing up.
As a kid,
like Hostess.
No. My grandmother loves sweets, I think, and my mother loves sweets too. But my grandmother loves like sweet and spicy things. That's why I love spice cake so much, or like gingerbread and stuff like that.
I love a spice cake.
Yes, same. But my go-to growing up and still, and color me ghetto, but I love a good yellow box cake.
Nigga, with chocolate frosting? Yeah. What are you talking about? That is the GOAT. Yeah. Let me tell you about Uncle Victor. Yes. Uncle Victor used to make a yellow cake with chocolate frosting. And when I tell you that is the classico. Favorita. Yellow, there is nothing like a yellow butter cake with chocolate frosting. Nigga, that is a nigga staple. Yeah. It started in slavery. That is where it came from.
It carried us over.
It carried us over. That is what they packed in our satchels when we were traveling through the Underground Railroad. Like boxed yellow butter cake with chocolate frosting specifically.
Duncan Hines carried us over.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Started in slavery.
They're a staple in our community. Black 365.
That's right.
The mother bought some yellow cake, okay, in Africa. He went to Africa and he bought yellow cake.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure, bitch. I got the head of the CIA right here. He'll tell you.
Are you sure? No, but outside of that, my grandmother,
you just really like it.
Yeah, I know.
You just warmed my insides.
No, black, and then of course I love the vanilla frosting too. If we didn't have chocolate,
Can you stop at the supermarket on the way home?
Right, if we didn't have chocolate icing, then we would have vanilla, which is also just as delicious. But I'm more of a vanilla. I love chocolate. Don't get me wrong, but your girl has a soft spot for vanilla.
I'm actually not a huge chocolate girl, but something about that yellow butter cake.
That works, yes.
With
but
the chocolate
I'm just saying,
frosting.
if we didn't have chocolate frosting in the house, then vanilla was there. And I'm like, oh, it's just a good. I could also just eat the yellow box cake plain.
I mean, yes.
It's going to get eaten regardless.
Yes.
But as I was saying with my grandmother, she would go to this bakery in San Jose. I can't remember the name of the bakery now. But they have her favorite cake, which is delicious. It's a burnt almond cake. Now, it's a spicy kind of cake, kind of like a spiced base, and like with really light buttercream frosting with burnt toasted almonds on top. Oh, it's so light and airy. And I'm not like a buttercream person. I just prefer just regular niggas frosting. But it's so delicious. And she also, every October, she would go to the same bakery and get these pumpkin donuts. And they were like pumpkin spice donuts. And they were so good. And they were like fried donuts. So they weren't like, anyway, it was fucking delicious. And my mother, and she would freeze them because they would only come out every like fall. Oh God. I can taste them now. Oh, they were so delicious.
You know, I've always heard that LA does donuts. And I've had donuts in LA and they were delicious. But it was confirmed for me this weekend when we got more donuts and every single one was delicious.
You went to Randy's?
No, I don't even. We ordered from somewhere random. Light and yeasty and nigga, they were so good. Shipley's Donuts in Houston.
You know, I've never experienced Shipley's, and I know I'm missing out.
Let me tell you about this.
Because I know they have kolache there.
They have yes, all of that's great. Bear claws, chocolate frosting, whatever. Their classic, just regular ass donut.
Like the glaze?
The glazed donut, nigga, is literally just a light, yeasty donut.
I love light and yeasty.
With like just oh my God. Shipley's is one of my favorite donuts in the world, which is why I really liked Randy's, because Randy's had a Texas style glazed donut that tasted similar to Shipley's. But I have literally never had a donut like Shipley's in my life. The first time I had Shipley's, I did not know what was happening. I was like, am I nutting from my tongue? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
The best donut in life.
Been eating donuts all of our lives. Yes, we love donuts day and night. Been eating donuts all of our lives because those donuts are.
And I'm not one like the fancy donuts are cool. You can get, you give me one of them damn whatever the fuck's, Frosted Flakes or whatever the, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Whatever. Give me a bite of that. I'm cool. I just need a regular ass yeast glazed donut, and your girl is good.
Yeah, I'm more of a cruller girl, but
you would be.
That's just a French donut. But I do like a classic. Like if I'm going to like a regular, just give me classic glaze, because that's how I know your donut is good or not.
But not the cakey one. The yeasty one.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Cake donuts, I much rather just have them plain or have them whatever kind of frosting on them or whatever.
The only cake donut that I used to really go up for was Dunkin' Donuts, just chocolate cake glazed donut. Like, that was my jam. But outside of that, a good yeasty glazed donut is all I need in this life of sin.
Yeah. I think I started liking crullers when I was...
When you, came out?
No.
Oh. I'm like, what, you just got fancy all of a sudden? Like, nigga, the regular ass donut wasn't good enough no more?
No. No. My grandfather used to get crullers when I was a kid. And I was
now
like,
I feel like an asshole.
Well, he always got them. And in my head, as a kid, because he died when I was 6, but but I always looked like, in my head, I couldn't process what was going on in my head, but now I know what it was. So in my head, I know I was thinking, what kind of gas donut was that? But it's so light and airy. And then when I was a cigarette smoker, I used to smoke heavily.
Every time you say that, I just
it
feel
fits
what?
That I was a cigarette
smoker. It does, but I'm like, it was that also.
But I used to have like a kind of It's a gay way. Nothing like a gay and a cigarette.
Like,
a fag for a fag.
Suppress the appetite.
Yes, a fag for a fag.
No, I hate you.
Well, no, because when I was smoking cigarettes, you know, when you smoke cigarettes and drink coffee all the fucking time, you're bone thin, and so you have to eat like, and that's what I was. So I just had crullers because they were delicious, and I wasn't that hungry. Could. Yeah, and I could.
That's real.
Delish. And they were only like at Winchell's Donuts. Winchell's in California. It's a donut chain. That's right.
Sure, they got a good yeast in there somewhere.
They do. Hood, LA Donuts and Hood, California Donuts is where it's at.
Ooh, they are! No, I love the hood, and I'm like, yes, give me a good hood donut.
Yes, they're so delicious.
Don't take me to the Koreatown to them fancy ass donuts. I don't care about them.
Bougie Donuts is cool for like a good time, but not a long time.
Right.
But like a good hood donut, it'll get you right.
Donut Plant is delicious, that creme brulee, but...
Oh, the Blackout Donut is the second coming, but still, a hood
donut is where it's at.
So, I know you're a pie girl, and I'm more of a cake girl, but you and I both agree on cookies and brownies.
Absolutely, but we can have a discussion about cakes, because let me explain something to you. When you called me and said, are we doing dessert? I said, nigga, just TTG. Like, I immediately had like 12 desserts in my head that popped in.
So what's the most amazing dessert that you've ever had?
Oh, that's hard.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It really is. I've had a lot of good desserts.
I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
And it's the most random thing you would have never have thought that I would have ever picked. So... And they sell this at every type of restaurant like this. So if you ever go to a Thai restaurant and you get the mango sticky rice, it's my favorite, most amazing dessert ever. And so I love desserts that are really simple and that take regular ingredients and make them... I think I like that with all food though. But like, it's literally sweet rice and mango.
She loves sticky rice. We love sticky rice. Sticky all night long. We love sticky rice.
It's delicious. Sweet rice is like whatever honey, I think, and there's butter in the rice.
It's like a sticky rice pudding, like a mango rice pudding almost.
But it's not like
a sticky
pudding.
Rice.
It's just sticky rice. It's like a glaze over the rice, and mango's on it.
Okay.
And I love it. It's like so amazing.
And I love it.
Right. And I'm just like... The fact that you can recreate this amazingness at every Thai restaurant, booyah.
You know, I'm going to tell you, there's 2 chain restaurants that have really done me right with dessert.
Is it Cheesecake Factory with the banana? Okay.
Even though that is good.
Yep.
That pumpkin cheesecake.
Yeah, nigga, God damn it.
But Maggiano's Apple Crostata.
That's why I was so hyped when we got them Omaha steak thing at the Apple thing.
Yo! Trader Joe's also has a very delicious one.
They don't have them everywhere though, which is unfortunate.
Oh, I find them at most that I go to.
Because they don't have them at the one I go to. I'm not telling y'all which one I go to, but they don't have them at the one I go to because I've asked. But they have pancake bread, which is everything.
Which I haven't seen. Maggiano's Apple Crostata is one of my favorites. And
that's still a pie, though.
Also love Nona's Pound Cake with the little chocolate on the outside and the caramelized bananas. Very good. And P.F. Chang's banana spring rolls with the coconut ice cream.
Yes.
Oh my God, those are so good.
And I'm not a banana person, but those right there are everything.
Banana dessert.
I don't...
This is why Houston is one of my favorite food cities, because I'm starting to think of stuff. There's a place called Hank's Ice Cream, and it's an old black man, and he makes his own ice cream.
Oh, wow.
And he made this banana pudding ice cream that I had. Oh, my God. It tastes like banana pudding and ice cream. It was
They have a really good banana ice cream at Oddfellows. Banana pudding ice cream. It's really good.
This one was made by the hands of an old black man named Hank.
Okay.
They have an apple pie ice cream. Like, he had a bunch of shit. I haven't been there in a while, but I remember that being delicious. But growing up, my mother used to make desserts. Mm-hmm. Lemon icebox cake.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Lemon icebox cake is so good. It's one of the only cold cakes I like.
Yeah, I love icebox cake. I love lemon in desserts. Like, I love a good lemon bar. I love a lemon meringue. However, I don't really care for meringue too much.
I don't really like meringue.
But I like the lemon custard part.
My aunt makes this lemon cake.
Well, tell your aunt, my number.
My Aunt Candy.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, girl.
Next time we go over there, I'll have her make the lemon cake. But she took us to Little Sunshine Bakery.
Shut up!
Right, we're
talking about dessert.
Little Sunshine Bakery on the Lower East Side. They have an apple cake.
They do. They have them in cupcakes too.
They have them in cupcakes?
Mm-hmm. Because I used to work around there.
I've only ever gotten the slices of cake.
Oh, well, you're missing out, girl.
Not really, because them slices of cake do me right.
Well, yes, but I actually like the cupcake better.
I just feel like cupcakes are like so niche. Just
no,
give me a
they're
slice
not.
Of cake.
They're cute and they're efficient and
they're moist. In slavery, they did not give us cupcakes. We got big ass slices of cake.
Okay, I get that, but we have overcome.
Back to the basics.
We have overcome. I'm sure a black person invented the cupcake pan anyway.
How about just a big ass slice of cake?
Yeah, but sometimes you can't have a big slice of cake. Sometimes you're a girl on the go and you need an apple cupcake.
I've been known to eat cake in the street with my hands, so...
You've also been known to eat a whole-ass watermelon without fork or knife in the middle of the street.
Oh my God, brief story quickly that's not about dessert. So the other day, I really fucked up as a mother, so...
Oh my gosh.
So Noah doesn't... They don't have a cafeteria at her school, because it's very grassroots, sliding scale. So, we have to provide lunch. So it was one particular day that I did not get a chance to get her lunch together. So I said, I'm going to order her food to her school, and it'll come to her. So I'm looking through the places that are local. I said, chicken tenders. I'll get those chicken tenders and fries. She'll be happy with that. And I'll get her some fruit. So they were like, sliced watermelon. I was like, okay, bet. So I sent it. And so it wasn't until I picked her up and I was like, Cookie, did you get your lunch I sent you today? She's like, yes, it was late, but I got it and it was good. And I said, okay, good. She's like, I didn't finish it. Then I realized, I said, what? So I said, did you eat all of it? She goes, no, I didn't finish it. I ate most of my chicken. Some of it was left. And I ate my watermelon. I said, I just ordered chicken and fucking watermelon to, what the fuck? And while she loves both those things, and I too love both those things, I was like, how could you, Jade? How could you? What is this?
Oh, thankfully.
I was ashamed.
Thankfully, she goes to the right school for that.
She goes to the right school, so it ain't go because Lord knows I would have. I would have had to Tanya Harding
again. Why not fair?
Be like, Noah, just take this stick and get him in the back of the knees. But anyway,
it's time to take a break. Well, let's take a break and we'll be back.
Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings. Eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
And we're back. And this episode is sponsored by BrewMate. Now, when founder Dylan Jacob turned 21, he quickly discovered that warm alcohol sucks. Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. So he created BrewMate, the fastest growing drinkware brand in the world. No more half-drunk beers, diluted cocktails, or wasted bottles of wine. Guaranteed to keep your favorite drinks at the perfect temperature, whether you're having an all-day picnic with your favorite bottle of wine or sipping a beer while you wait for a fish to bite. Now, I actually like it, so I got a couple of their things. So I got some really cool wine cups. I forget the right name of them. Goblets?
Goblets.
Yeah. Either way, they're black and they're cute. I got the Wine-Solator. They hold a whole ass bottle of wine. I know you're supposed to share it for 2 people, but it's not sharing. It's for business. Me. Yeah.
I got flasks.
Yeah, I got a flask too. It's cute. What else did I get? I got the funnel thing. I got straws. I got the metal straws that are cute because I don't believe in plastic straws, but just give me the metal ones so I can clean them. And they give you the cleaning thing to clean them. Do. So I think it was cool. But I love the stuff that I got. So right now, Roommate is giving our listeners a special discount of 15% off your first order when you go to www.brewmate.com and use our code JXD. That's 15% off when you use our code JXD at brewmate.com. Don't let summer heat ruin your drink. Go to brewmate.com and beat the heat this summer. Get 15% off your first order by using our code JXD at brewmate.com. That's BRUMATE.com, code JXD.
So it's one of the most important things we do for our health every day, and most of us do not do it properly. What is it, you ask? I bought a Quip toothbrush recently, and I have to say I was wildly impressed with the results.
Yeah.
So first of all, the brush heads are automatically delivered on a dentist-recommended schedule every 3 months for just $5. I got 5 on it because 3 out of 4 of us use bristles that are old, worn out, and ineffective. Secondly, it uses these sensitive sonic vibrations that are gentle enough on even the most sensitive gums because people brush way too hard. You know, when you be bleeding in the sink and some electric toothbrushes are actually just too abrasive. So I absolutely love it. It's made my morning routine so much more of a breeze. Like, you know, your girl loves to brush her teeth. That's why I love Quip. And that's why they're backed by over 20,000 dental professionals. Quip starts at just $25. And if you go to getquip.com/JXD right now, you get your first refill pack for free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first refill pack for free at getquip.com/JXD.
Yeah, especially with all this dessert we're talking about, it's definitely gets you some Brewmate for your dessert, for the wine, and then brush it off with your Quip.
So we talk lemon icebox cake. We talked about that. Another dessert that I grew up on. These are like, I'm sorry, I'm about to get into like we can talk about the creme anglaise and the creme brulees and all of that, and that's fine, whatever. But I'm about to get into the nitties of what we grew up with or what I grew up with. So in addition to a lemon icebox cake, my mother made a sock it to me cake.
You blacks and your sock it to me cake.
Sock it to me cake is one of the most underrated, delicious cakes of all time.
Yeah, it's like a cake, but it's like a cinnamon roll at the same time.
With nuts.
Yeah, it's a cinnamon roll cake.
Sock it to me, rock it to me, mop it to me, sock it to me,
baby. What doesn't sound absolutely amazing about that?
Just outside the name, but you know.
Sock it to me cake.
Blacks love a slang.
We do, but it's stuck. And 7-Up cake.
See, that was the spirit. I hate 7-Up cake.
What? It's like vanilla cake, nigga.
It's not. I'm going to tell you why. You know what? I think it's PTSD.
It has to be.
Because that's all they served in Vacation Bible School.
It's like pound cake.
Nah, it's that sweet glaze that's like...
7-Up cake don't have to have a glaze.
Well, listen. Church, the 7-Up cake, the way I'm sure your mom made it and the way church people make it is different.
Church people also be making them real starchy potato salads and like using that thick ass spaghetti. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, they do. They use the thick spaghetti. Just get vermicelli.
Why are these noodles so? They don't even need vermicelli, nigga. Just get thin spaghetti.
Yeah. Ugh.
extra thick ass noodles, big brolic ass spaghetti noodles,
chicken noodle soup noodles. But yeah, church cake is just not my thing. Now church punch is different.
Church punch is totally different.
Yeah, but either way, like church cake,
especially if you have your brewmate.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, Sakatumi cake, okay, fine.
Sakatumi cake is delicious.
But like, that's also some shit they would always sell at a church bake sale or at a repast.
All Sakatumi cakes are not created equal.
No, they're not.
But the classic upcoming dessert growing up was the peach cobbler. That is how we got over.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
However.
Oh, no.
I don't. I've told you that I'm not a big fan of peach cobbler.
It must have been.
Because I don't like soupy fruit.
Nigga, it don't have to be soupy. Like, first of all peach cobblers are not created equal.
I don't like cobblers in general, like blackberry cobbler and like blueberry. I'm just not a cobbler girl. I just recently started getting into pie. Cause I think my favorite pie now is I do like the sour cherry apple from Little Pie Company. That's pretty good. And I love chess pie for whatever reason. There's a chocolate chess pie over at Petey's Pie.
Mm-hmm. You love white people pies. You like white people pies. It's fine.
Okay, and that's fine. I'll be that. But
Brandon brought me a white people pie. It was good, but it was a white people pie.
From Little Pie Company?
It was sour cream apple.
Yeah, that's the one we were talking about. Yeah. That's the one we both get.
It was definitely white people pie, but it was good.
I used to work on the same block as it, so I would go there on a special occasion to get a slice or whatever.
He brought me a half a pie, and I fucked it up, but your girl loves a good black ass dessert. I really truly do, and like all cobblers are not created equal. First of all, don't bring me your auntie's thin ass crust cobbler where it is mad soupy and there's not enough crust. There's nothing worse than a wrong filling to crust ratio in a cobbler. You must have the proper crust to filling ratio for it to be a proper cobbler. Yeah, and don't put no fucking oats on top of some peaches and some sugar and brown it and tell me that it's cobbler, because it's not. That is a crumble.
Baby, your love's a lot like blackberry cobbler, and I can't get enough. I could eat it for breakfast, I could eat it for dinner, even supper wouldn't be too much. Back home, I'm known as a cobbler.
Remember when we had ginger pie?
Shout out to Drew.
Shout
out to me for that nickname.
Drew from Broadway Black podcast and site. Okay, we were all at Auntie Crystal's house. And he said, actually, it was 420. I think about it.
Drew called. Okay, yes, right. So we was having a 420 party. Drew called and was like, "I'm gonna bring a pie." I forget what else we had.
We had chicken wings.
Oh yeah, and stuff.
I think you brought a peach cobbler. I think for this reason,
maybe and spinach dip.
Or Crystal made a peach cobbler.
She bought peach cobbler, and I bought spinach dip. I think, and then we had chicken wings. Drew's talking about, "I'm gonna bring a sweet potato pie." Of course, we're black, so we're all excited, right? Drew came in the door with a purple pie. Potato pie topped with oatmeal or oats.
And like pepitas.
He opened it and I said, "Well, I thought you said you was bringing a sweet potato pie." Yeah. Drew, this is a ginger pie.
Yeah.
And from there,
ginger pie.
Ginger pie is a thing.
He always has made things. He had Drew Moses with like beer and orange juice.
Drew he's gonna hate me for this, but Drew, he called me the other day. I have a slew of nicknames for Drew, but my favorite. So he called me the other day, and I was like, "Drewcifer." He was like, "You don't stop calling me that."
Drewcifer. Yeah, but
but
ginger pie is. The problem was it was good. It was good.
The problem is it was not
purple.
what we were expecting.
No, it was not.
Nigga,
but it was good.
Potato pie.
It was good.
I don't think he made it though. Did he make it?
He did.
Yeah, he did make it. You right. And it was good.
It was just purple.
But it was ginger pie. It was not sweet potato pie.
But then in my head I thought, okay, maybe it's purple because, 420 purple haze. That's cool. I'm with it. I fucks with it heavy. But like, no, that's not what happened. Like at all.
Drew brought ginger pie.
Did.
I don't want your apple pie, no. Yeah. I don't want your apple pie, mama. I don't want your apple pie no more. I need my own pepper greens, pepper seeds. Need my own
So,
okay, what else?
What is your least favorite dessert?
Oh, my least favorite. Ooh, that's rough. What don't I
have
like?
Mine, and I think it's
I don't like them damn mochi balls.
I have one, and it's the most classic American dessert, and it is the dumbest dessert ever.
Let's see if we're gonna fight. What is it?
Neapolitan ice cream.
Well, first of all, it's dumb. It's dumb because it has a name when it's really just chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla ice cream.
Yeah. It's dumb.
It is.
It's all the ice creams are disgusting.
I know they don't even be good ones.
They don't even be good. They're always chalky. They're like government issued ice cream.
They are government. Where it comes in that big clear tub.
Yeah.
With a handle.
Exactly. That's disgusting. That's what's keeping us down. That's what's crippling us as a people.
You're right.
Neapolitan ice cream and braids.
And Turkey Hill ice cream.
Yeah.
Y'all got to stay away from Turkey Hill.
Do better. There's
than...
no way. Like, why is their ice cream gummy?
Turkey Hill, their sweet tea, their lemonade, everything Turkey Hill is real questionable.
It's so gross. I don't understand.
But it's called Turkey Hill, so we should know better.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know why. It's gross. I'm not into Blue Bunny either. Blue Bunny is not that good.
No, I'm cool on Blue Bunny.
Yeah, just give me,
I'm cool on Blue Bunny. Bluebell, yes. Bluebell is where it's at. Cookout in North Carolina with them damn milkshakes. Delicious.
Yeah, I've had Cookout, and I actually like Cookout, but my concern is the fact that you could get a burger as a side.
Yeah, you can also get a chicken tenders as a side.
Yeah, that's wild.
Double fries, you know what I'm saying? It's lit.
Yeah, and you could get a whole cheesecake.
You can get a hot dog.
With your, also, y'all, if y'all ever go to McDonald's and there's an actual ice cream machine working, LOL, tell them to put an apple pie in your McFlurry.
Or you just get ice cream with apple pie.
No, nigga, put it and make them mix that shit up.
I will say, me and Santana were like prepping for an event when, all we do is eat and smoke and when we get ready. And so we were riding around and she was like, you know what I could use right now? I said, what?
Ice cream cone from Mickey D's.
She said, I could use an ice cream sundae from McDonald's. I said, bitch, with the chocolate syrup and the peanuts?
Yes.
Guess where we went? And guess what was working?
Yes. You like the chocolate one? I get the caramel.
I get the chocolate. I get a little drizzle of chocolate and an extra pack of peanuts.
Oh, no, you always have to get the extra pack. But the chocolate just doesn't hit for me. But the caramel... That's where it's at, because it's so buttery. It's delicious.
Another classic growing up that my mother did really well. That lady is just talented, I tell you. She's really
a real talent, a real treat.
I mean, because you know what they call her in New Orleans? They call it a peach cobbler lady. They be like, "Oh, the peach cobbler lady coming. She finna set up. The peach cobbler lady coming. She finna have German cake and peach cobbler." I'm like, my mother makes the hell out of a German chocolate.
A lot of people don't like German. I love German chocolate cake.
Now I do. Growing up, that was my least favorite dessert. I hated German chocolate cake growing up.
I loved it because I love coconut.
I didn't like coconut growing up. I had to learn to love coconut, but growing up, that was my least favorite dessert. Now, that's really hard because, your girl's multifaceted.
Yeah, I just think growing up, Neapolitan was my least favorite.
Well, Neapolitan is stupid.
Yeah, I think now... Yeah, and I don't like soupy fruit, so it's a cobbler thing that's the issue.
That's weird for me. You know what? You know what my least favorite dessert in the world is? Fucking angel food cake. What is that? Nothing. It is the inside of a pillow with sugar. That is the dumbest. And I know who came up with angel food cake. It's the same people who call chocolate cake devil food cake. But anyway, angel food cake, you know what? That's why it's so goddamn bland and don't have no texture or no soul to it.
I thought it was for like diabetics, so that's why it was like.
I don't know. It's dumb.
So it was supposed to be like helpful for.
So why is the chocolate cake the devil food cake? Why the black got to be the devil food cake and the white got to be the angel food cake? Hey. You see how white supremacy creeps up on you when you don't even in the supermarket when you don't even realize it.
Okay, but the Snackwell cookie, the devil's food one, is really good. I don't know if they still make it.
That's because it's dark and it's black, so it's rich and it's delicious. Hello.
Yeah, it's supposed to be sinful.
It's got soul to it.
Mm-hmm. It'll also take your leg, hence the devil.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's a lot of things.
Okay.
It's a lot.
No, but angel food cake is stupid.
It's dumb.
And it's dumb. That's what Sara Lee used to make the Kwanzaa cake.
Ooh, my other favorite thing growing up. No, I saw with them fucking candles. Where that bitch stuck that whole fucking candle inside of a cake.
Yeah.
This bitch, what is her name again? This bitch. I think, did you show me that stupid ass video?
Yeah.
This bitch made a cake, an angel food cake for Kwanzaa.
Mind you, she didn't make it. It's like semi-homemade, so she bought an angel food cake. Because who actually makes the angel food cake? That's
Nobody,
stupid.
because it's dumb.
Yeah.
But bought an angel food cake and took red and green and black candles and put them inside the cake. Mm-hmm. Not on top. And inside.
Yeah, and then put acorns around as decoration because that's how you celebrate Kwanzaa, with acorns.
Acorns and cake in the candles in the cake.
That's exactly how Dr. Karenga would have wanted to celebrate Kwanzaa. A white woman with candles and a cake. And, well, a white woman, yes, because that's, but with acorns and candles and a
It's cake. Kwanzaa, so you know what we're making? Devil food cake.
And the icing was like a caramel icing. It was
the nastiest shit I've ever seen in my life. I feel like she put canned pumpkins on it. I don't know. They had these two
black girls who tried to recreate it because they were doing a parody, so they tried to recreate it. They're like, this is disgusting. But anywho.
Yes, but my mother, another talented woman, her chocolate chip cookies, but she did the peanut butter. Her chocolate chip cookies. Ooh, they were just, you know, when they spread out all big and they be mad buttery and ooh, my mom's chocolate chip cookies was hitting. But she would make the peanut butter cookies with the fork marks.
Oh my god, I love.
And sprinkle of sugar.
No, chocolate chip cookies are my favorite. But
mine too.
Runner up is a tie between oatmeal raisin and peanut butter.
Peanut butter, like a homemade peanut butter cookie.
I don't really like store-bought peanut. I don't really like store-bought cookies in general.
No, I usually don't like peanut butter flavored things.
But peanut butter, a homemade peanut butter, like buttery, and it's just like, I know this is going to take my leg. But
that's my mom's cookie.
Oh, it's so good. Especially, like, I've had, who made me those damn cookies? Shit. I had peanut butter cookies, and they put, like, fleur de sel on it. Woo! That extra salt was needed. Like, it set me off some proper. I had them in LA.
C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie starts with C. Oh, C.
Two of my other favorite desserts growing up, one was a strawberry shortcake.
Same.
Now, there's two ways to do a strawberry shortcake, and there's people who grew up different ways.
I'll tell you how I enjoyed my version of strawberry shortcake.
Okay.
So back in the day, before this restaurant became deplorable, KFC used to have the shortcake with the pound cake at the bottom.
Oh.
And then the the emaciated strawberries and the thing, and then a whipped topping of sorts on top, and it was layered in a little parfait.
Okay,
it was delicious.
And that's cute.
It was delicious.
But there's two people in this world. There's the pound cake strawberry shortcake people,
and the
biscuit strawberry shortcake people.
Which one are you?
I'm both, but
yeah, same. I'm verse.
Your girl is partial to a bit. I'm verse shortcake. I'm verse shortcake.
Yeah, verse.
Top. Yeah. Maybe bottom.
Yeah. No, there's a time and a place for either thing.
But the biscuit? Because the thing about it is, now here's the difference for me. When you do the strawberry shortcake with the pound cake, you can do the whipped cream, and then you may say the strawberries, or you can make your own strawberry coulis or whatever. With the biscuit, you do the biscuit, it's ice cream, strawberries, and whipped cream.
Because the good biscuit is too dense for that.
It's too dense. You got to soak it up with other things. So that's why I am partial to the biscuit strawberry shortcake. That's a real strawberry shortcake to me. And then my other favorite dessert growing up was sopapillas. Have you ever had a sopapilla? So for those who don't know, sopapillas are a Mexican dessert, which are fried flour tortillas. They take homemade flour tortillas, homemade only, and they fry them.
There's this taqueria that was by my house. I taste them now.
And you put it on a plate, and they drizzle it with mad honey and powdered sugar. And it is so good.
It's so simple. Again, this is how I love simple desserts. There was this taqueria by my high school, and you would get like these burritos that were like the size of Lyrica and shit for $5. And so they would make the sopa.
Don't do that again.
Okay. Either way, they would make that, and they had it there. It was like $1, and niggas would be posted up after school. The big ass $5 burritos. And Lyrica burritos. Oh my god.
Sopapillas, flan, tres leches.
I'm not a fan of flan.
I do like it has to be a proper flan.
Custards I struggle with.
Oh, I do love a custard.
I like the lemon custard kind of stuff, like you put in pie or like a lemon bar.
You don't like creme brulee?
I don't.
Oh.
I'm not a creme brulee girl. And even the creme brulee donut at Donut Plant is just not for me.
Okay. Well, you know what? The problem with the creme brulee donut at Donut Plant, which I do enjoy it, but the cream can get overwhelming, and then sometimes the cracked shell can get overwhelming.
But in general,
it doesn't translate well to a donut.
But even still, creme brulee in general, like I get it. Like I like the smell of it. I think it's a texture thing.
That's real. That's why I don't like scallops.
Yeah.
But I do love creme brulee. I've had passion fruit creme brulee. I've had vanilla bean creme brulee. I've had mango creme brulee. Like your girl loves, I go up for a classic creme brulee with just some fresh berries. Woohoo! I love creme brulee.
Yeah.
Ooh, and tiramisu.
No, I love tiramisu.
But it must be right.
Absolutely. Espresso only. I can tell when you've made it with regular coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I'm going to be like, send this shit back. You skated.
And on top of that, make sure your cake is right. Like,
ladyfingers.
Some people do, but some people don't do it right and it'd be mad spongy. Some people do it where it's just proper and right.
So that means they didn't use proper ladyfingers.
Yeah. They probably use some cheap fingers from the dollar store.
Mm-hmm. I do as far as ethnic desserts, I do love a tiramisu.
Mm-hmm.
I do love they're not ethnic, they're just white, but I do love an English trifle. It's literally like a white version of tiramisu. Because it's just ladyfingers and then jam and then whipped cream and then whatever fruit or whatever and then another layer of ladyfingers. It's like a sweet lasagna.
Oh, you just did it with the jam. Okay, so what's your favorite? If you're going to a wedding, what's your favorite wedding cake?
Oh, damn it.
Okay, so while you think about it, my favorite wedding cake, you just brought it to me. When people be having that delicious ass moist white cake and they put that little layer of raspberry jam or strawberry in the middle, nigga, that'd be so good.
So I went to a lesbian wedding.
The best.
Maybe like 10 years ago. I was an undergrad, so maybe longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
They had a coffee flavored cake. And they had like a it was like a kind of chocolate buttercream thing going on. But I want to say it was like ganache layers because there was like random like thin like ganache chocolate stuff in it. It was so delicious. I've also decided if I ever get married, LOL, that I'm not going to have a wedding cake.
What you gonna have?
A donut wall.
I was gonna have a pie wall.
Yeah.
At my first wedding.
I want to have a donut wall.
That's cute.
That is, and essentially it would be the donut wall. You pick and choose what the fuck you want. Because what I don't like at weddings is I know it's y'all's day, but nigga, you invited me. Earn your gift.
Yo, you ain't shit. My cakes were good. I don't think you got any of my cakes because it started raining. But actually, I got my cake ideas from that trans vegan kosher
wedding you did.
Wedding I did. Trans vegan Jewish wedding.
You could just say kosher because it makes sense.
Yeah, but it was a Jewish ceremony. And they had like an array of cakes from this bakery called Baked Here. So I just called them and like also just ordered two. I had a strawberry cake and he got him a chocolate that looked like a tuxedo. And they were cute. Like we didn't do like the traditional big, joint.
No, I hate that. I also hate like super designer cakes when they like with
because they don't be good.
And with all the fondant, and I hate fondant.
I hate fondant.
It's gross. It's sugar
Tastes
leather.
Tastes like poison.
It's sugar leather.
Mm-hmm.
But
tastes like sweet fronto.
But I've also toyed around with donut wall or brownie wall or cupcake wall.
You do love brownies. Ooh, you should have you a key lime pie wall. Because you love a key lime pie.
Okay, yes, that is my favorite.
That's your favorite. I've been waiting.
Dessert.
I was like, when is he going to say this?
I didn't think
I knew that.
And I was standing the other day because I was saying, Jay threw me when I turned 30. We were talking about turning 30. I was like, when Jay threw me that reverse surprise party, she had the key lime pie bites, which was so delish. Yes, key lime pie is my favorite dessert ever. Because when my mother explained to me why it's my favorite dessert, because when she was pregnant with me, all she ate was key lime pie and mashed potatoes.
Oh.
Which is why I love potatoes. Potatoes are the best thing on the planet.
Well, they just are.
Yeah, they're so versatile.
They just are.
They go in anything.
Everything.
You can sweeten them up. You can use them as dessert, as sweet potato pie, as we've learned.
Yep.
You can puree them to feed them to your baby.
Yes.
You can give them to the gym niggas so that they can, be a part.
You can bake them in the oven and put cheese and bacon on top of them and sour cream.
You can chop them up and put them in a soup.
You can chop them up and put them in oil and make French fries.
You can chop them up and put them as a base in your roti.
You can put it on top of a Polish boy if you live in Cleveland and they got fries with the barbecue sauce on top of it.
There's just so many things you can do.
You can chop them in circles. They become breakfast potatoes. You add some onions to them. Yo, this dessert might be this. This might be the first part 2 we do because
there's so many
that I haven't even gotten to, but our episode is mad long already.
Yeah, we gotta go, y'all.
All right, we're gonna talk about this again because I haven't even gotten to the fancies. I haven't gotten to all the shit I grew up with, but I gave you all the basics.
Me either. I haven't even talked about my Rice Krispie fiasco when I was a kid.
My God, I didn't tell you about when I made Muddy Buddies from scratch.
Oh my gosh, so many things.
So many things.
There needs to be a section about my mother's experimental desserts.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the bougie desserts that I love, that I've also... We got to do this again. We'll do this again.
Yes, we have to. But let us know y'all favorite desserts and what y'all had growing up and what y'all hate, what you dislike, yada, yada, yada. You know the drill.
Yes, and keep your heads up.
And your eyes open. See ya.
So, yo, you go around the corner. He got nourishment over there waiting for you, man.
Hold on.
Faster, nigga.
Right. They better be dead, goddammit.
Okay.
God, what is going on today?
I don't know. You get a little warmth in the air, you already know what happens.
Oh, so hold on.
You're down.
Yes. So I was talking to my Siggy O, and I was like, well, you know it's summertime. And he was like, or summer's in the air. He was like, what do you mean? So if you go on Twitter and you follow the account NY Scanner, it's the police scanner. And they tweet what's going on. So I showed him in succession all of the activity. I was like, you see, summer's here.
Summer is here.
I was like, because niggas are wildin'. I showed him 3 tweets back to back with niggas just like
wild out.
Man down, DOA. Some other nigga was stabbed.
Oh no.
Listen, I don't understand.
This ain't the time, y'all.
I don't understand. Niggas love to fight and niggas love violence. Niggas love to kill other niggas. And you call me problematic, and that's fine. I understand. As white people kill other white people, I get it. There's white on white crime, but there's also black on black crime. So stop that narrative saying that black on black crime doesn't exist.
No, I think people just want to take black on black crime off of it because, hello, whatever community you live in, that's who's going to be killing each other.
Exactly.
And white people kill everybody.
They do. That's
so
not
let's be very clear.
I'm not saying that's not
white
a thing.
on everybody crime.
It's white on everybody. White people kill everybody.
White in todo.
Yes. But blacks kill other blacks.
Because
that's also true.
Hood, yes.
Right.
But black on black crime is not a thing because all of it exists.
Yes, but I'm not putting like random gang violence on white people unless if you're doing something systematic, racist and stuff like that. Then okay, fine.
Do white people have gangs?
They do.
They do?
Mm-hmm. It's called Congress.
Oh, you're right. And the KKK. Mm-hmm. You're right. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, that's my problematic rant. Okay, fine. Niggas kill other niggas, okay? It happens. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Niggas kill niggas. I get that. But summer is approaching. And whatever. But anywho, back to desserts.
Oh, I'm so hyped.
Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings, eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously. Okay, so work's done and you're craving something spicy and salty. I know. What I do is snack on Blue Diamond wasabi and soy sauce flavored almonds. They're so good, and almonds are a superfood. Don't deny your cravings, eat them. Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.